Stop everything! Forget what you thought you knew about the 2026 draft. What's going down in Las Vegas right now isn't just smoke. The league is on absolute fire. Does Fernando Mendoza already have the Raiders playbook under his arm? Is Tom Brady acting as a shadow mentor? And our GM, John Spytek, did he finally wake up from his 2025 coma and decide to spend like a real-life pirate? I'm shaking, Raider Nation. We sat through a humiliating 3-14 season, but what I'm about to tell you changes the trajectory of this franchise for the next decade. Either we're about to witness the biggest steal in draft history, or Spytek finally learned that being cheap only leads to the basement. Strap in and hit that like button, because today was insane and I'm not sugarcoating anything. Raider family, let's get straight to the point. Fernando Mendoza is going to be our quarterback. The mystery is over. The buzz behind the scenes in the NFL isn't if anymore, it's when. We'll hear his name called at the top of the 2026 draft. ESPN and Daniel Jeremiah just dropped the bomb. Mendoza is already working directly with Brian Griese. Do you realize what that means? This kid hasn't even walked across the stage to shake the commissioner's hand, and he's already studying the mechanics in the Raiders' offensive system. He's pulling the exact same move Joe Burrow did before joining the Bengals. He doesn't want to be just another guy. He's coming in to take over the building. And there's more. Papa Tom Brady, our minority owner, has been watching Mendoza's every move. If the GOAT gives the seal of approval, who am I to doubt it? But here's my reality check. The word is they don't want to throw him into the fire immediately. CBS Sports says the Raiders want to play it safe, bringing in a bridge veteran to let him develop for a year. My honest opinion? I get the trauma of ruining prospects, but if Mendoza is already devouring the playbook in January, I don't want to see some grade C veteran holding his seat in September. We saw the disaster that was 2025. This fan base has zero patience for a transition year with a mediocre quarterback. His impact on this team's morale is instant. Raider Nation needs a face. It needs hope. And Mendoza has that winner's aura we haven't seen in ages. If he's learning the system now, it's because the front office has 1,000% confidence in him. This is the most aggressive move I've ever seen this franchise make at the most important position in sports. We're finally leaving the dark ages, my friends. Now, if Mendoza's arrival didn't shock you enough, wait until you see what John Spytek is doing with the checkbook. Remember last year? That irritating passivity in 2025? It felt like Spytek and Pete Carroll were watching different TV channels. We let Spillane, Hobbs, and Morig walk for nothing. The result was that embarrassing 3-14 record that made you want to throw your remote at the wall. Well, the script is flipped. In an epic interview with JT the Brick, Spytek admitted, "I let too many good players leave the building, and I won't let that happen again." And he wasn't kidding. The man flipped the switch to intelligently aggressive mode. He didn't just keep the guys who actually produce, like Malcolm Kuntz and Jordan Meredith. He went into free agency and tore it up. Folks, he handed Tyler Linderbaum a contract that completely reset the market for centers. That is elite protection for our future QB. And he didn't stop there. Quay Walker, Nakobe Dean, Kwity Paye, he filled the holes in the defense with young, high-impact talent. You know what that smells like? It's the scent of a GM who finally understands the assignment. He stopped playing the compensatory pick game and started playing to win on Sundays. Spytek was humble enough to admit he doesn't have all the answers, but he learned his lesson. Last year we were cheap and finished in the cellar. This year he decided to let it rip. He didn't create fake urgency, he just capitalized on the opportunities. Seeing a GM admit a mistake and pivot with this kind of force is rare. I crushed him last year, called him out for being invisible, but today I'm tipping my cap. He's building the perfect environment for Mendoza to shine. No more excuses about a weak O-line or a sieve for a defense. The stage is set. To wrap it all up, Mendoza has the keys to the car, and Spytek just filled the tank with premium fuel and put on fresh tires. We went from 3-14 to what looks like the most promising project in the AFC West. But I want to hear from you, the ones who suffered through 2025 with me. With all this free agency spending and Mendoza coming in, would you accept another losing record if it meant Mendoza didn't take over the starting job until 2027? Or are you demanding playoffs in 2026? Drop a comment below because I'm reading everything. Don't forget to like and share this with that one friend who still thinks Geno Smith was the answer. Just win, baby. I'm out.